Sound. What's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it's Monday morning, and we got so much stuff to cover. When I tell you so much, I don't know where to start. I'm serious, y'all. This is one of those days. Jimmy's out. I think Jimmy's out in in Vegas covering the Pangos camp. I think we got a couple of kids that's out there. You know, they had events. The Rice had their camp this weekend. And do me a favor, y'all. If you know a summer basketball coach, text him. I need him on the show. Summer basketball director, text him. I need him on the show. Mama and daddy of a kid that plays summer basketball, text, tag, tell them I need them on the show. Marcus Carroll, I need you. Listen, I need you. Today, I'm giving you time, text, tag, tell somebody. If you just got on the show, I need all summer coaches, summer directors, all of these guys, if they're available, make sure they get this message. Because it's just some questions that they have to answer for me. Okay? And one of the questions is, what are we in this summer basketball, AAU basketball for? What are we in it for? What are you in it for? What are the kids? What the parents? What I want to know what everybody's in it for. I need those questions. Share the show right now. This is one of the most important shows you're going to ever share. I'm serious. What's up, Daryl Anderson? Corey Willis, do you have a team? Dad Moody's, I know you in the business. Dad Moody, I'm going to need you. But I need y'all right now to share. Anson, what's up, Anson? Anson, whoever you know, got a kid in summer basketball, the mama, the daddy, the summer basketball coach, the strength coach, the basket, anybody. I need this is like a State of the Union address. I want to know what you're in it for. Anybody in summer basketball, I'll wait. Text, tag, tell somebody. I mean, right now. Oh, if you're on YouTube, price of admission. You got to hit the share. You got to hit the like button. Jeremy Davis, you got to hit the like button. Who is that else up there on that YouTube right now? Wait a minute. Monday. The Houston players are doing well. Wesley Yates out there. Chris Johnson out there. Zayden High. Robert Miller all balling at Pangos. Thank you. Hold up, y'all. Look what our baby's doing out there. Look what's going on out there. Look what's going on. Yo, this is important. This is important. If you think that's important right there, just put on the screen. Wait till you hear what I got to tell y'all's ass. Chad Groth, I need you to stay there. Stay there, Chad. I need you to stay there. Chad, I wish you can get all the damn people out there. They need to tune in. They can listen and watch them little games if they want to. All right? But I got a question, Marcus Carroll. Marcus Carroll, when you were coaching and you were with Dr. Shooter, you was in that program, what was your main goal to do? I just want to know, what was your main goal to do? Share the show. Let's see. Jeremy Davis, are you in this? Jeremy? Troy Callahan, are you in summer basketball? I think you are. Troy Callahan, I need everybody. After New York, where do the best players come from? After New York, I ain't going there right now. Brad, I got another question for you. We ain't worried about Brad, I got a question for you, Brad, summer basketball, AU basketball, if you got anything to do with it, Jeremy Davis, what is your goal of your program? Why are you flying these kids all over the country? I want to know why. Share the show, y'all. This is a good one. What's up? Robert Young is in the building. Brad Kimball. Have you ever had an AAU program? Have you ever coached, had a kid? I just want to know. I just want to know what's wrong with it. Ain't nobody giving me no feedback. I'm asking a question. I'll wait. Kelton Solomon, what was your reason for having your son in summer basketball and AAU basketball? That is Moody. I know you want to talk about this, but let's answer the question. Tyrone Caldwell. John Madden. What's up, John Madden? What's up, John Madden? What's up, baby? John Madden. Got a question. If your son is in AAU basketball, your son in summer basketball, grassroots basketball, on the sneaker circuit, anything, what is your goal for the program? Tyrone Caldwell, what is your goal? I'm asking these questions. Ain't nobody put not one up there yet. Landon Ardwan. Your son was in summer basketball. If you had a basketball program, okay, Anson said my program is for developing, playing, and getting scholarships to go to college, right? Scholarships, I hope to go to college. Okay. He said, I can't speak for any specific program in the current era, but the way I was groomed was that the goal was to teach, prepare challenge players for hopes. Okay. Also to get parents necessary knowledge to empower them. Okay. To develop them to get ready for school ball. That's your program. Not college. John Madden, you don't want them to go to college, right? I'm just asking. Watched James Browns and Morez Johnson last night. Wow, they did well. I don't know who those two guys are. I don't know who James Brown and Morez Johnson is. But my question, Chad Growth, what is the goal? He just said, also, I'll give the parents necessary knowledge to help empower them to making the right parental decisions and how to carry themselves in the kids' journey. But what is the end goal? I got a question. Y'all act like y'all don't. That's a trick question. Do y'all want them to go to college? I'm gonna ask that because y'all all these y'all scary ass questions. This community is too scary. Just answer the question. All right. Do y'all ultimately want these guys to go to college? My son played EYBL to prepare him for higher level basketball. So you want him to go to college. Is the goal for him to go to college, right? It's no trick question. Is the goal to go to college or not? That's what I want to know. Is the goal? Y'all help me. Come on, man. We got to be quicker. I see why, let me tell you something. I see why these people in summer basketball get over on a lot of people. Because we got to be quick and quick with it. I'm trying to give y'all something here that's going to help everybody. Okay, that's what I want to know. And to provide a path easy for college to gain intel. Okay, so college is in mind. Go to college, yes, on scholarship. College is in mind. That's all I want. And I'm going to tell you why I'm asking this question. Are these kids in AAU being taught the right way to go? We ain't talking about that. I said the goal. Brad, follow me. Brad, where you at, Brad? Come here, Brad, follow me. I said the goal. I didn't say how they talk the right way. This ain't the show for how they being taught the right way. But the goal is, Brad, help me, Brad. Listen, free college ride if they go pro. That's cheer on. Okay, the goal. Okay, you want them to go to college, if possible. Okay, all right. Okay, and the reason I asked, yes, indeed, my boys talked to Prairie View coach yesterday about the next step. That's good. Byron was at the Byron Smith. The head coach of Prairie View was at the Pro-Am yesterday. He played in the Pro-Am yesterday, killing them, boy. And shout out to Casey Williams again, the No Excuses Pro League. Oh, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, I'm going to get back to what I'm going to talk. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all. Oh, I know his name, John Matt. I got so many names in my head right now. I'm thinking. Let me tell y'all something. The No Excuses Pro-Am. It's tonight, too. I think started 6:30 tonight. And I think on Sundays, tonight and Wednesday. Oh my goodness. I talked the Houston Rockets staff. A Houston Rockets staffer was on presence. I talked to her for 40 minutes. Houston Rockets are going to do a whole lot of stuff. Y'all going to be people that go to the No Excuses Pro League, people that go and frequent and go to that building, going to be able to go. The Rockets going to have No Excuses Pro League night at the Rockets next year. So guess what? People who attend No Excuse on y'all gonna be able to what? Have discounted tickets, $10 tickets to go to the games next year. They're gonna have a certain No Excuses Pro-Am nights with the Houston Rockets. I mean, the Houston Rockets had their apparatuses up and everything out. The shooting machine, the grind machine, everything was out there. Let me tell y'all something, man. This man, Casey Williams, so busy, he ain't had time to come on the show today. See, share the show, everybody. You got to share the show because I am about to get back to something that's so important. I got a footnote right there, but I'm just telling you, we are in the midst of doing something in this community. This ain't never happened before in a Pro-Am history. That the Houston Rockets partnering with the Pro League, the No Excuses Pro League, they're going to have No Excuses Pro League nights at the Rockets games next year. And you are going to be allowed to have discounted tickets? Maybe y'all just got it so good. Hold on, man. Let me give me a drink. But my question, I ain't get back. I'm going to go back. Remember, Mindy, my question earlier was, when you got your kid in AAU, summer basketball and all that kind of stuff, isn't somewhere in the goal is for him to go to college or her to go to college? You got me? What's up, Todd? Think about that, y'all. The Summer Pro League is off the chain, man. I had so much fun back seeing all the people. Rodney McCray coaching the team. Adrian Caldwell coaching the team. Listen, y'all, I keep trying to tell y'all, it ain't but 4,000, almost 5,000 basketball NBA players to ever live, to ever play. 4,000 to 5,000, ever. Two of them was coaching the same team last night. Rodney McCray, Adrian Caldwell. They was coaching their Legends team. They was in the building last night. Your kids had a chance to be around history. Because you got to tell your kid, but 4,000 of those guys right there walking around. We got to let them know, man. We got to let them know, man. Casey Williams, his wife Jillian, they got twins, newborns. And guess what she was yesterday? In there helping her husband. They got the little rocket dancers, the No Excuse Pro-Am dancers. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. They got some young kids I ain't never seen play basketball before. Playing. And they got the girls and the women playing too. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. These people are elevating their game. And guess what they did? He said, you know what he asked from the people? Casey said, I just want to make them aware that they have a gathering place like this. Yo, it was fun to just come in there and shake hands and hang with the folks again, man. It was fun. It was fun. So, No Excuse Pro-Am tonight start at 6:30, Wednesday, 6:30. We'll talk about it a little bit more later, but I got a guest that's coming on the show. And a young fella, man, I just be so proud of him. I watch how he move and just doing so much. Dang, he's Extra Eyes Media. You see him, you know, sometimes you see him with the Raptors. I mean, just a young kid that's just all over the place. But he's had a bird's eye view of the EYBL, and I just want to bring him on. Hey, Sonia. To talk about his experience in the EYBL. I know he went last year, but he's in a different role this year. a prominent role in this year in following certain teams around. And I just want to introduce y'all in a minute to Gary Carter. He gonna come on in a minute. I'm gonna bring him in. Right. I got you, Gary. How you doing? And Sonia. But my question was, Gary, and my question to you. I mean, you can answer it if you want to. But my question out to the people was, Gary, what is the goal for your kid in summer basketball, in high school basketball, and Junebug basketball? Isn't the ultimate goal is to try to get a college scholarship? And
That was always my assumption, and that was always the reason why,
okay,
I went head first into what we do now. We just want to get kids a free education, an opportunity at a free education, rather. Everything else, you can't really control, but a free education, that's really, what was one of my main priorities when I first started, like 5 years ago.
and free education, man, it changed lives. I've seen where it changed lives. I see where it's changed generations. You know, some of them kids gonna be their first generation going to college. You follow me? So I've seen it. Hey, Ken Lofton. So my question, and the reason I asked that question, Gary, is because that's what this show need to be shared. I'm telling y'all, this show, it ain't nothing to be played with. This is a serious show. And Gary, the reason I asked because I I just innocently talked to a kid this weekend, and I innocently, and I said, "Where you at, man? I'm coming. I'm coming to watch it. I know y'all gonna be at the Rice basketball camp. I'm coming to watch it." The kid said, "No, Mr. Hatter, I'm not gonna be there. I'm going to play in another tournament." I said, Ken Lofton, y'all got to hear me on this one. We've been playing around too long, man, with this mess. So the kid said, I said, in another tournament? I said, okay. All right. So I don't know what's in the mind of some of these people. I don't know in the mind of people giving a tournament. I don't know in the mind of the people going and participating in the tournament. I don't know what's in their mind. But Rice University is a Division I basketball program and school. Let me
Conference
repeat
USA.
that. Conference USA. Hold on. But you said you'd rather go over and play in this tournament than to come be on a college campus with college coach. Ain't no damn college coaches at these other tournaments because they can't be out. Okay? But
Right.
so y'all got to follow me, Ed Russell, on here. Ed Russell, these people, somebody is lying to me and telling me it ain't about college basketball. It got to be about something else. So hold on. Ed Russell, Rice University got several assistants that in the future might be somewhere else on other programs. Okay? They get to see your baby. Because most of this team was a young team. They get to see your babies, right? 3 years from now, one of them guys might be a head coach somewhere. We don't know. But tell me, Anson Filer, what would make you, somebody give me a reason, what would make you say, well, I'm not going to go over here where them college coaches at. That ain't what I want. Y'all got to hear me. This is what it sounds like. It said. I don't want to go where the college coaches is. I want to go where the college coaches not. Somebody got to explain that to old Rob.
Let me put some puzzle pieces together for the basketball community.
Okay.
The the program director at Team Horton, if I'm not mistaken, his first name is Greg. He was the video
Yes.
coordinator last year at Rice.
Yes.
Now he's an assistant coach on the staff at Rice.
Uh-huh.
So in my 5 years, he's moved from AAU to a higher institution as an AAU guy to actually recruiting the city and recruiting players for a college staff and Coach Perry at Rice. So, those are the puzzle pieces that you got to put together because, like you told me a long time ago, relationships matter.
Hmm.
And if you don't have a relationship, like, everybody can't. And this is one of the biggest things I try to explain to people. I myself only have two eyes. I
Hmm.
can't see everybody play basketball. But if you can increase your chances of being seen by the right people, that's where you need to be. So just to connect the puzzle pieces on what you're stating right now.
Okay, but guess what? You can connect all the puzzle pieces you want to, Gary. I don't care how many. All I'm looking at, I look at the facts. I know I was a daddy. I know that over there it was some college coaches. I want little Johnny to play in college. What the hell I'm going over here where it ain't no college coaches at? I'm just you were so nice and so eloquent and all of that, but you should know Robert Hatt ain't gonna be like that. That's why I say y'all need to share this show. What's up, Jacoby? Y'all need to share this show. That's why I asked in the beginning. Listen, Gary, I asked in the beginning. In the beginning of the show, Bendy Collins, Landon, and Michael Smith, my question was, isn't the goal for you taking all your kids and doing all of this and taking them here and taking them here, paying dues and doing, is it the goal to get a free college scholarship? Listen to me, y'all. I'm not getting on nobody. I'm just trying to listen to me. Cause see, y'all get it stupid. Like sometimes guys like Odyssey used to say that a lot of tournaments are booked. Rice tournament wasn't booked. So I don't want to hear about them. A lot of tournaments was booked.
Yeah, they only had 50 teams.
Just sit this one out, Odyssey. You don't know what the
We
hell I'm
got
talking
50.
about.
We got 50 teams and a rock's throw of each
Hey,
other.
listen to
So
me.
they
Listen to
wasn't
me.
booked.
If you don't know the subject, ask somebody on the feed or just set it out. Just sit out. This wasn't about that. This was about, he said, being in front of an actual college head coach and their staff is paramount. Let me put that on the screen. And I thought that was the case. Who advised these kids, right? Curtis George, Curtis George, I don't know. Curtis George, I'm talking to the parents. I can't tell these programs what to do. And I ain't gonna try to tell these parents a program. But you parents, man, y'all don't understand. Something is going on out here. Y'all remember everybody talking about how do we get on the basketball community? This kind of stuff I'm talking about. Gary, I said, Gary, this basketball community is a cesspool. This summer basketball, it's all over the world, not just in Houston. Gary, I said, like you be in a club? Gary, I said, what they said? We don't need no water, let them burn. So maybe we need to let the whole house burn down. Somebody said, but Robert, we can't let it burn down. What about the kids? Y'all ain't doing nothing for the kids now, so don't tell me it's about no damn kids. Robert, I said, dude, it's all right stuff that burned down. You just build it back up and build it better. I didn't say get rid of. I said burn down. Some people, Gary, I didn't realize I had to give oh my God, I have to give just lessons. I got to give lessons one-on-one too. So Jacoby said getting scholarship is always the goal. While coaching, that's ultimate goal. But not every child or coach has the talent to go play after high. I said the goal. See, Jacoby, you came in late. So, Jacoby, all the little kids you playing with on your team right now, don't none of them think they're gonna go to college and play? All of them know they just go. I just gonna play high school. And Mr. Hatter, this man, I was at Fundy one day. And me and Chris got in an argument. I said, man, these kids ain't thinking about going to the NBA. Chris said, all of these sorry ass kids in here. This is what Chris Walker told me. So, get what I did. I went in there and talked to all the kids. Every last one of them saying they going to the NBA.
First round, too.
Can't make a damn layup. Talking about they going to the NBA. I said, wow. So he was right. So all I'm trying to say is, D. White, Kenneth Lofton, he said, I think some parents and coaches are forgetting the goal is to attack. Ken Lofton, Junebug would have been at Rice, increasing his chance of getting the scholarship. Thank you, D. White.
I got a question for you though.
Okay.
What is said child supposed to do if he feels that way, right? Say you have a family that does feel that way.
Feel what way?
But that they would rather be at the Rice camp.
I got you.
As far as in the Raptors, Trace played in a Rice camp and then he played with us this weekend as well at the Lee Sloan. So he did both.
Okay.
But, what about that kid? Let's try to find a solution for that kid who may not know what to do next time they're put in that situation. Like, because what solution can we put together?
My parents. I'm not the high school basketball guru, but I would have called Rice, call the coaches or somebody to coaches. Is it a way that my son, I can just pay for my son to get on one of these teams?
Oh, see, they did that for the TABC, and I thought that was a great idea. Like,
It's just common sense. I don't know all the insides and out. Gary, I'm just on the outside looking at.
I got you.
I'm just on the outside, but that was a great question, Gary. What should these parents do? That's why I asked for all my top. I see. You know what? If I was talking about some mess, y'all will be tweeting and telling everybody to get on the show. I need all my people who run programs. Where Bobby Benjamin? I want to know why I'm glad you just told me. Why wasn't his team over there? You don't have to speak for him. Bobby Benjamin, somebody text him and say, get on the show. I want to know what the hell. If you want to go to college, y'all just explain it to me. Listen, if you give me the proper explanation, because you can't come to me with no plan. You can't come in with no when your opinions got to be based on facts. Please, Natty, you tell me, Natty, I'm glad you're there. Call Bobby. Explain to me, Natty. I'm putting Gary on the hot seat. He should have known his ass come on the Chop Shop what's going to happen. I'm going to put him on the hot seat because guess what? Robert Hatter cares about this community and these babies. Gary, I mean,
I got
you. Gary, it ain't got nothing to do with y'all personally because you know I love y'all program.
No, I got you. We just try to play every weekend. We support
but y'all could have played at Rice.
Yeah, we could have.
Y'all could have played at Rice. I ain't getting on no one team.
Since I'm on the hot seat, I'm gonna put Rice on the hot seat.
Okay.
I'm in a lot of gyms. I went to 4 gyms this weekend. I was supposed to be off. This was supposed to be my, daddy daycare weekend. Me and Grace. I didn't know the Rice camp was going on until Jeffrey Day called me on Friday. So let's put some onus on
absolutely
better promotion of what they got going on. Because I'd have pulled up, but I had no intentions because I just only thought it was.
Absolutely. But I mentioned it on this show. But I know you probably didn't hear it that day. I just mentioned they didn't call me either. I just know anytime that there's a basketball camp of a college camp, I think it's paramount. And Rice, you're absolutely right. Rice should have had one of their damn coaches on this damn show talking about it. So I blame their ass too. Thank you, Gary. Thank you
We
for
are
reflecting.
complicit. We
Huh?
are complicit. We can all do better. We can all, communicate things better. So it's no one blame on, and people. I don't want nobody to think I dislike Rice.
No.
I want them to do better in the basketball community when it comes to Houston kids. That's all that is.
Absolutely. But guess what? Still ain't no excuse. Cause they were on Rice schedule. Hold up, excuse me. Not y'all, but the team I was talking to, Rice basketball was on the schedule. And they switched it. Okay. Rice basketball was on the schedule. So, yeah. We can talk about Rice. We can talk. Listen to me, y'all. Absolute, Gary. I'm glad you put that out there. And guess what? Rice. I hope Mr. Trauber is listening. I got his number. I might call him. Matter of fact, I might call him. How in the hell, Mr. Trauber, you ain't called me or Jimmy? Scott Perry. Why? I think you'd have been on the show before. Greg, how come you got my number? What the hell's going on? Forever Films was over there.
Shout out my boy Art.
Archie, Rice Camp.
G-Day went Friday. He gave me a rundown of who played well.
Y'all be quiet. Hold up, Gary. I don't want to talk. My main man just came up on the screen. I called for him. He popped up on the screen. I want to hear him. Bobby B. Bobby B is in the building. So hold on, Gary. Let me talk to Bobby B. Bobby B said, I talked with the Rice staff, and we have one kid that Rice liked, and he attended the Rice camp. And I have 8 players and 4 who have offers now. Okay, I like that. The 4 kids still looking to get offers from some media exposure. See, he got a plan. Hold on, let me put that on. Bobby B, you know I'm going. Bobby B, y'all know if I put my own man on the spot, everybody. See, that's what I call a plan. Let me drink. Let me hold on. Let me drink. Where the rest of the plans at? What? Hey. Huh. Excited meeting. Okay, I like that. But guess what? Parents, I hope y'all saw what I just put on the screen. Hold on, let me put it back on the screen again. This is an athletic director of a program. This how he researched this thing.
Cause he be saving me every day.
He researched this thing, and look what he said. Parents, I just want you to take notice. That's all. We always talk about people when they do something bad. I'm finna highlight when we got a director out there. Other directors, look here, y'all. Y'all can come on here and do the exact same thing. That young man smart enough to understand. Let me tell y'all something. He said Rice, what he said, Rice and Texas A&M both don't say much about their camps. Gary, I knew about the camp, Jeremy. I ain't got no kid. How the hell I know? Oh, wait a minute. Daddy said, we're going to have to charge you for the rest of that information. Man, look who here, man. Jimmy Higston popped up. I didn't think he was going to be here, Gary. Gary, I'm going to let you stay on a minute, but you know he going, Gary, I'll see you later. Let me bring Jimmy in, and I'll see you later. Hey, man,
shout out to RCS. I appreciate the opportunity for, us being on the show. Appreciate the Chop Shop. Extra always appreciates the shout out and the support we get from you guys. Thank y'all.
Man, thank you for clarifying. Thank you for that great question. You helped me out a lot. Man, I thank you, but I'll see you tomorrow because I got to bring the guru in, and I'll see y'all later. Okay? All right, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Hey, man, hold on, man. Boy, you're black as Chris Walker around there right now, man. I got to lighten you up, Jimmy. Well, you're looking like Chris Walker around there. God, I know you ain't that. You ain't that like yeah. See, you Jimmy, you always remember you got to face the window. I know you want people to know you always got to face the window. The window give you the light. The window give you the light. But say something so I can at least know you're live. Say something. I brighten you up a little bit. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Yeah, you chopping up. I should have left Gary on. you chopping up, man. Come back out and come back in. Come back out and come back in. Come back out. Damn, I should have let Gary. I was having fun with Gary. Gary, stay on standby, Gary. In case Jimmy, because I got some more for y'all. You think you got me. You just sick Bobby and Nettie on me. That's all right. That's all right. Just sick Bobby and Nettie on me, man. I can't wait to come back. I want some more. I want some more of them. Stay there, Bobby. Don't go nowhere. But we're gonna try Jimmy again. Let me try. But Gary, stand by. But y'all, while we waiting on Jimmy, he fixing his stuff up. You know, he trying to show y'all he got a view, dude. But you got the cat. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, look, he done switched up on y'all.
Yeah.
There you go.
What we do now, we just do, you know how it is. We learn how to pop willies every now and then.
Yeah.
We done had so much turbulence, boy, on the chop shop. We know how to fix all problems. Hey, shout out also, I had to change my lid when I got off the airplane. My folk, they give me a good lid down there to wear down there, so I'm good to go. But let me tell you something. What was Gary? What was the topic? What Gary was talking about?
Jimmy, all I did, Jimmy, I saw something this weekend that I just didn't understand, and I just asked people, what was the goal when you're going into summer basketball? Is the goal to get a college scholarship? Is the goal to go to college? Most people say yes. I said, so why, when we have a college basketball camp where you can be seen by college, you would choose to go to another tournament that's in the same city that don't have not one college coach at it, but you got several college coaches who in the future might be a head coach somewhere else. And you don't do that, and you come and go. But Bobby had a great one. He said some key. He said, I talked. Okay, I got to put that. He said, I talked with, I'm going to put it up there on the thing for you, Jimmy. He said, I talked with the Rice staff, and we had one kid that Rice lacked, and he attended the Rice camp. I have 8 kids, and 4 have offers already now, and 4 of the kids are still looking for offers. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Still looking for offers. Got some media exposure at the tournament we played at to help keep their buzz. Not many kids can qualify for Rice. But I know, but my issue is, and I'm glad Bobby said that, because Bobby, you notice I said I had something else for you. It's not about qualifying for Rice. Rice have a staff of assistant coaches. I learned that from that dude right there in that top 100 shirt. That everybody don't be part of that, right? He told me, he said, Robert, yes, he used to always give his cheat sheets to the assistant coaches when he first came out. And he said, Roberts, today's assistants are tomorrow's head coaches. So it made me think. So Bobby, Nettie, just because them guys going tonight, those guys might not be at Rice for the rest of, I know these guys not going to be at Rice for the rest of their career. By the time your young kids come out, your younger kids, these guys would have saw them. So it ain't about going to Rice camp. All these people going to U of H camp ain't going, U of H can't use not now one of them, but they still going to U of H camp.
Yeah.
So Bobby, that last part, if you had left that out, I would. But I told you I was going to come back and get you. So that's my Jimmy. That's just me, Jimmy, from my perspective of it. That's just me.
What I mean, it makes sense. And here's the thing: is everybody, when you ask the questions, are you looking for the excuse or the answer? Many people will give you the excuse. Then you have to go and dig a little deeper, and you paint them a little bit. Then they'll finally give you the truth. Well, man, I just don't like them dudes. Man, I just don't. Okay, well, that's the truth. You see what I'm saying? Because the first of all, most of the teams that played at Rice, I went by and supported the coaches and the camp yesterday.
Okay. Okay.
So that was the reason I stayed. One of the reasons I stayed in Houston
Mm-hmm.
an extra day instead of coming down here to Pangos
Okay.
yesterday.
I
I
got.
missed the first session
Okay.
because I wanted to make sure they asked me well in advance. And that's all it takes. Many people don't do that. And I tell people all the time, if you want or would like for me to be somewhere, inform me with the details in a timely manner. And if I can make it happen, I would try. Rice coaches did that. Now I know Doug was there on the first day, and I saw Archie when I went by there yesterday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I got a chance to watch a couple of games, including the very last game of the day that capped everything off, and
Mm-hmm.
that was the Woodlands Christian versus Atascocita.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned Bobby Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of his star young players in his 17 under team, Trace Lucy, he transferred from John Cooper to the Woodlands Christian.
Oh.
He's on the Woodlands Christian team.
Oh.
They were playing Atascocita,
Okay.
and understand something. They were handling Atascocita up by double digits in the
Mm-hmm.
second half.
Mm-hmm.
Atascocita made a run, came back, took the lead during the closing seconds. It was a 3-point game with about 15 seconds to go.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Lucy gets the ball,
Mm-hmm.
and they get ready to set him a high pick, and set him a high pick on the right. He goes and fake it, dribbles to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Guy tried to cheat and slip the pick, and shot a three to tie the game up right before the buzzer sounded. Then they go into overtime,
Right.
and he goes and he hits another three. No, it's sudden death. It's
Yeah.
a can't
Oh. Yeah. That's
hit
right.
another three from nearly the same spot.
To win.
It bounced up, and came right back to the hole. Kind of, I mean, this young man and the coach, one of the Rice staffers was right there at the scores table. When we first walked in, I explained to him, he knew who most big kids was, but then the head coach,
Mm-hmm.
Scott Perry, was in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I say, the young fella right there, I said, Coach, I don't, here's what I don't do the, hey, that's kid over there, Lamar offered him. Nah, some coaches can care less about that.
Right. Right.
Good enough or is he not?
Right.
Coach, here's how you do it. Coach, that little kid over there, he's a 2024.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
he's surging up the charts.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, that young fella did some damage and put some work in. And that's all you can ask for. The thing is, here's the thing that a lot of teams, I was there,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people were complaining, a lot of the parents.
Mm-hmm.
I heard their cries. I hear you guys crying. I understand your grief, but you have to channel that grievance. Here's what the biggest grievance was.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the teams were either shorthanded, these high school, because they're playing in multiple or dual events on the same weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, something like this camp is an audition.
Mm-hmm.
You're auditioning your son's talents.
Mm-hmm.
The more games you play on that particular weekend somewhere else, the more tiresome your kids are going to be.
When he come to the audition.
When it comes to the audition, that's like
Uh-huh.
staying up all night and you got
Right.
to interview.
Right.
They need to rest and recover
Mm.
in like that. For those that
So
are,
the parents complain about the stuff that they allowed?
and that's the whole thing. A lot of parents,
They-
what I learned,
Yeah.
see, one thing is when you're reading text messages and email,
Right.
when I could see and tell in the faces of some of the parents yesterday
Okay.
that a lot of parents really feel like they're uh, held captive, that they don't have a voice. And I'm like, man, we talk about this all the time on the Chop Shop. We tell you, we explain to you guys, all it takes is for two starters to cripple a team. If the parents say, "Well, my son ain't going," and the other one say, "My son ain't going either," it would cripple a team. Three or more of the key
Players.
players,
Right.
those parents, it would cripple a team. They say they're not going. You know what that coach gonna do? He's gonna call. Put it like this: I get phone calls all the time when I'm doing events,
Mm-hmm.
and there's gonna be a team that's gonna call. They're waiting till the schedule come out. Hadn't paid their money yet. And all of a sudden, mysteriously, oh man, we ain't got enough players for this weekend. Well, what happened? Man, I got two of them gonna be out of town. One of them going to see their brother graduate. Different things come up. Know what happens though? Those parents let the coach know, and the coach he makes the decision and let the event operator know. Parents, you have more power than really understand, and that so many of you are willing to understand. You have the power. You are the consumer. Many of your grassroots teams the wheels do not turn without your contributions. Let that soak in.
Mm. Okay.
And you're not going to contribute if you are an unhappy consumer,
Mm-hmm.
not as willingly. This doesn't make sense. You see, here's the thing. It's not going to mess up the relationship between you and the coach, but you have to. This just goes to show how many parents have them that don't communicate within certain programs any like they used to.
Mm.
Many parents, they sit amongst on separate islands in the stands.
Mm.
Now when it's time to root, man, where are the days when you had? Understand? You had, remember the Houston Hoop Stars?
Yeah.
When
Oh my God. That was the
keep
greatest. That was the
this
greatest group of parents.
man, this was before they got the sneaker deal. We talk
Yes.
the original
Yes.
Hoop Stars when
Absolutely.
they had to pay dues.
Yes.
They weren't the first, but they were the most memorable because that Houston Hoop Stars, most
Jimmy.
of their
The reason they memorable to me, Jimmy, I saw how tight knit, and they sit all in the same section and cheer for them babies.
yes, yes, yes.
They wasn't boisterous and all crazy. It was just literally cheering for their kids. But keep going, Jim.
And so that's the thing. Those parents and during those times, you had parents that communicated. You had right, and so it there was a bridge welcomed them to voice their thoughts with the head coach, who was Keith
Yes.
White,
Yes. Yeah.
and that's no, and
Yeah.
what it
That's a good
enabled
point.
them to do, enabled them to go. They would have different T-shirts on every two,
Yes.
because that mean they communicated.
Yes.
And understand something, and it worked out because most of those kids went to college
Yeah.
for basketball.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Yeah.
You had,
Yeah.
Keith
No.
White had Cameron Ridley playing 16 and under
Yes.
when he was a young boy in the ninth grade. He didn't play 17s at first until it was time, and he made them. He was a McDonald's All-American.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But now everybody wants it fast. But back to the thing about parents, all you have to do. There was no way.
Did you hit something, Jimmy? Did you hit something, Jimmy? Just go out and come back in, Jimmy. Y'all can still hear me, right? Uh, okay. Let me see. Let me see, Jimmy. What happened there, baby? What's happening? I'll wait till Jimmy come in. Somebody said, shout out to the right staff. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see what's happening. Let's see. Can I get him back in here? That ain't working, Jimmy. Yeah, I don't know what the hell they doing over there. But I'm sitting there. Okay, he coming back. He coming back. He coming back. He coming back. He keep cutting off. But did y'all hear that? Um, and I think what he was just talking about, the parents being able to communicate with each other, because and the reason I'm bringing it up, because in the future, I just want the parents to be aware. I just didn't understand it, that it ain't but 353 Division I schools, parents. Rice is one of them. 353 Division I school. Rice is one. And I just didn't understand why people wouldn't go. I mean, it's a thing with me. I just didn't understand it. And it's no big, it's something that you have to take a look at. And parents using your power and say, look, don't look at the school, Joe Louis. They got a staff of guys on that's watching, support staff who might be on college campus of other schools later in your son's career, right? And guess what? He gonna say, I saw that kid at Rice Camp. He might be where? He might be somewhere else. Because you got to remember, what's the guy name? The coach before that? What's the coach before this at Rice? Mac Rhodes. Now he's at VCU. He was at Rice. But now he's at VCU. So today's assistants, ladies and gentlemen, my parents, it's tomorrow's head coaches or assistants at other schools. So don't look at the school, look at the opportunity, the audition for a college team. You gonna think about what I said earlier. That you gonna run your little ass over there to the U of H down there, right? You ain't good enough to pay for him, but you going over there. But you're gonna shun Rice. Ain't good enough to play over there. We just got to get smarter, man. We need to get smarter in making out. We got to start making better. And those are not mistakes. Those are improper decisions. It's a difference. Let me see, Jimmy. There you go. You came in on me that time. Yeah, that's all right. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know what happened, but you fixed it.
yeah, for now.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah, what we was talking about, I missed on
No,
getting
well,
everything
you were
back.
just talking about the parents being more communicating together, and I just finished
Them-
it out, so we can go.
Some kids
Uh-huh.
played. Do you realize that there were some kids that played upwards of 8 games in 72 hours? 8 games in 72 hours. And that's, once again, you ask the question, what are you trying to get out of this? Are you trying to obtain a scholarship, right?
Uh-huh.
Are trying to get exposure? And if you're trying to get exposure, just say this. Or
Okay,
in both. That could be, C, both
that's cool.
both of them. But how many times, if I just saw you 2 weeks ago, do you parlay that again when you have opportunity to play in front of a college coach in person, live? Mind you, do you guys realize that every time that you play and there's a baller TV camera or a live stream, that means coaches are watching you. Out. When I rolled up to UNLV
Mhm.
this morning, the coaches were watching the live stream from Pango's camp.
Mhm.
The kids are not even playing games right now until the afternoon. They're going through drills. Kenny Smith is conducting a drill
Oh
session.
Lord. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Kenny Smith is doing both days.
Mhm.
But they're watching the live stream on drills. So it's like a de facto live period pretty much every time somebody plays.
Where's Pangos? Where's it been streamed on? What is being streamed on? You know, find out.
I I can find out,
Yeah,
but
just let
somebody
us know.
somebody texted to one of the coaches and they clicked on,
Okay.
and they feed. Just I just watched it a while ago. But so the thing is, some of you got to really understand that the times have changed. Times have changed, guys, and the opportunity for exposure, it really turns into the opportunity to be exposed.
Mm.
Because if you see somebody over and over and over, you see them over and over again, and guess what happens? You're gonna notice what they can't do. Like, I got the young fella come in and hey,
Who
4
you got?
months fine.
Where
4
he
months
at?
fine.
Where he at?
We got
There he
we
is.
got Brandon
Hey.
Chippendale back here. Look,
What's up,
My
man?
dog.
What's up,
Hey,
coach?
Come on, man. You see him, man.
I see you. I see you. I see. Make send me one back now. Send me one back. I
You can
like
have
the one
this
you
on
got. I like the one that I like that one. I like that one. Yes, I like that one. Cause
Hey.
Jimmy tried to knock me off.
Yeah,
Send one on for you.
Okay, thank you, coach.
My
Hey,
dog.
hey, y'all. Do y'all see? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy, explain to them. We got UNLV on it. Coach, you got a quick, coach, you can do a quick home visit right now. What do you want to say to the people?
Yeah.
Look in the
They are-
camera.
Yeah,
Just
look in the
looking
camera. Right, I can see you right away. I see you.
Hey, look, I understand parents. I'm gonna talk to the parents now because the kids know what's up. I'm gonna talk to the parents.
Uh-huh.
I know it got back here. I know it may look like it's a lot of activity. You got some good people here that's gonna take care of these boys, man. We got a nice situation for them. And at the end of the day, basketball is basketball, man. We're gonna go up and down. We trying to get this running Rebels back to where we running and we getting active. But we gonna take care of it, man. We trying to graduate, man, do good with kids, man. So that's for the parents. For the kids, man, come on, man. I got Unkir, man. It's 409, it's Texas around here.
I love it. I love it.
At Barbers Hill, she says, "Hey, coach,
What up, what up, what up?
yeah." And of course, one of the things about UNLV.
Right.
I mean, what else can we say? I mean, great
Great
campus.
Yeah.
And I always welcome shop when we come on in. But
Right.
this relationships is what paves way for stuff like this. That's why a lot of people don't realize, and they don't ask questions about relationship.
Right.
Hey, John Cooper is now at UNLV as well. John Cooper and I go way back.
Wow.
He was at SMU last year, and we go all the way back to 15 years plus.
Right.
They
Right.
successfully recruited and signed one of the top players in Greater Houston,
Mhm.
and he was from Wheatley High School. His name was Dwayne Reed. He went
Yes.
to Auburn.
Yes.
Coop was at Auburn when I met him. And they got and helped them navigate through and put them with, and they closed the deal. And Dwayne Reed ended up playing and graduated from Auburn, got his degree, went overseas, made a little piece of change. But that's that the relationship is still staying because we see each other all the way along the way. And he was a head coach earlier as well, for a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But and that speaking of John Cooper, he done walked back down here. So in case y'all know the face,
What we got going on?
this is Cooper right here. What did I say?
What's up, coach?
There
How
you
you
go.
doing, coach?
What's going on? How you doing?
Doing great, man. Hey, there are people watching you all over the country right now on the Chop Shop. So, hey, coach, if you had something to say to the parents, what would you tell the parents? Just a home visit right now. What would you tell the parents about your program?
What for compliance purposes, he has to be in general.
Okay. Well,
He has to be general.
Well, tell anybody, not the parents. Tell anybody you want to. Just talk about. Tell us. I want to know about UNLV program. Tell me. No. Tell me about NLV. And they just listening. Tell me about UNLV, and they just be listening. How about that?
Well, let's talk. Let's just go back. I
Okay.
think the history speaks for itself. I think we all grew up during the time when we could remember running Rebels
Hold
basketball.
up.
Johnson, Stacey Augman,
He got
all
he
them
got towel in
boys,
his mouth.
and they was running, baby. That's right.
He up on
Tark,
his toes
Tark
right
had that towel in his mouth, and he would sit down and point to them boys, and them boys used to get it rolling, baby. And they brought that swag to the game. You know, it wasn't a lot of swag before them boys start bringing it, and they
Right.
brought it. So when you
Right.
talk about history and the tradition, it starts there. And
Right.
now here we are to this day, coming off a pretty solid year. Now we got to get this thing back rolling. Look.
Woo!
Your young
Alan,
boy
look what I
bringing it up.
got.
Now
Alan, look what I got.
we
Oh.
Nike's part of the tradition now. Nike's part of the tradition right there. So we're gonna make sure that the gear is right. Now the gear bag is always
Nice.
gonna be tight. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And you know, Cheat here, he love to have some nice gear on. So you know, come back. Know that.
Hey, look,
Right.
look, hey, can't
Look.
give it all to him, man. Come on.
Look,
Can't give it
look,
all to him.
you know what? Everybody worries about the strip. They say, well, it's a lot going on. Well, guess what? It's a lot going on in the world right now.
Absolutely.
But we here to take care of these young men.
Absolutely.
We're going to take care of them. We're going to love on them. We're going to guide them. We're going to put them in the right direction. And then you know what we're going to do? We're going to let them boys play their game. We're going to let them get up and down that court, and we're going to try to run, baby. Hey, he
Running
told you
rebel.
earlier.
Running rebel.
Walking. It don't say that. It say running, baby.
Yeah.
And that's what we plan on doing.
Thank you so much, Coach, man. I appreciate you,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir.
Unbelievable. Hey, man, let me tell you something. Hey, y'all. Hey, Jimmy, I'm gonna go and adopt me a kid so I can send him out there. So Daddy can come out there to every game. I'm coming to every game.
Hey, man, this crunk out here is lit. And actually, you know, these guys understand, like, of course, school is out now. They actually have a state farm convention in the Thomas and Mag Center. What's the guy name? The guy that wear the khakis from the commercial, Jared.
Oh, Jake from State Farm.
He's actually leading. They're doing a convention, and they have people from all over State Farm, folk and whatnot. But they're preparing for, in a couple of weeks, the NBA Summer League will occupy this campus.
Yes.
And this, if you ever, of course, some of you guys, if you're ever able to get down to Vegas for Summer League, it is the closest thing that you're going to get to a professional version of the Final Four. The
great.
atmosphere is bonkers. I'm talking about, like, I mean, you can walk up and down any place you go. You're going to see
anybody,
and you can walk to them. They're approachable. You get autographed. This is where you get it at, and that's one of the reasons why it's going to be soon announced that a professional basketball team in the NBA will be occupying and established and moved to Vegas. They already have the WNBA team here, the Vegas Aces. But there will be a men's team joining the league, but they always like to put them in twos. So I think Seattle is going to get one. Las Vegas is going to get one. And just at least those two,
and
to say
Jim,
the least.
it just sits on that subject. They need to realign. I think realignment, because I've been pushing this and writing letters. I think realignment is involved, should be, when you get those two teams in there. Because no way Minnesota should be a Western Conference team. New Orleans shouldn't be a Western Conference team. Memphis should be a Western Conference. That's too much flying across the country. So they got to realign that thing, man. So these guys can, so it's just better accessibility for these teams. I mean, a lot of people don't think like that, but just me looking at it, and I hope Seattle, because Seattle's a great, great city for basketball, and I know that Las Vegas is. But Jimmy, I just love those coaches, man. See, that's the kind of stuff, man, that the chop shop. Jimmy, I remember a few years ago, I was on Memphis campus, Jimmy, filming it from Penny's office up there before. So the chop shop is able to do this kind of stuff, man. It's unbelievable. I hope you ain't froze up, Jimmy. Did you freeze up? Yeah, he did. He froze up. Let me get that one out of there and get him a new one. Let me see. There you go, Jimmy. Let me see.
Oh yeah, we just back.
Yeah, you
back
good.
on the driveway.
That's
That's
all
what we
right. Just
do,
back out and
and
come on
keep
back in.
on.
You good?
Now,
Jerry,
you
Jerry
the
McGee in the building. But Jimmy, I got a chance to go by. I got a chance to go by the No Excuses Pro-Am last night. Jimmy, the Houston Rockets are on board. All the way on board.
oh yeah, what you mean by
They
that?
was there. Jimmy, they had all their Rockets memorabilia. They had the Rockets Papa Shot. They had the Rockets balloon, all this stuff. And guess what? Elizabeth was there. Elizabeth Lloyd was there. She was there. Had a mask on. The Jimmy, let me tell you what the Rockets did with the No Excuses Pro-Am. They gonna have several No Excuses Pro-Am nights at the Houston Rockets games next year. So you get discounted tickets when you go to the Pro-Am to go to the Rock. $10 tickets, I think, to go to the Rockets games. They're going to have several games over. And they're going to give me all the information, let me know about it later. But I said, wow, that ain't never happened before, Jimmy. That's a new thing that's happening. They the grind, your boy from the grind was there. It was a unique Jimmy. Rodney McCray, and I got to tell you this, Adrian Caldwell was coaching the Legends team. It was a team called the Legends. Those two was coaching the team. So it was crazy yesterday. Right? Yeah, while you went by Rice, I went by there. So we covered all the bases yesterday.
We definitely covered all the bases. And speaking of yesterday, and shortly, guys, I'll share with you some of the notes from the Pangos camp. The games
Okay.
started last night, and can give you a. I had some of the results and some of the box scores, but don't have all of them. And of course, Chris Walker and Alan Branch, uh, they are providing the statistics for Pangos camp. Last year they did it, as well as the top 100 camp, and this year they're in full. That's with the accelerated metrics. I think that's the name of the company. But I want to, in case you didn't know, we have on rcssports.com this morning. I updated it while I was on the plane, and we have about 10 players from Texas that are here, and it would have been about 15 players from Texas, but because of injuries and other engagements, and about 5 of those players could not make the trip that had received invites, and among them was Jalen Lowe, uh, Jacoby Walters, uh, Ashton Hardaway, just to name a few of those who did not make the trip because of injuries.
Yeah. Right. Oh, Jimmy then popped out again. He'll be back in. He said, Ashton, I didn't know Ashton didn't make the trip. Let me check on him right now. Glad somebody told me. Thank you, for Archie for Forever Films. Yes, the Pro-Am is tonight also, and Wednesday. Pro-Am tonight and Wednesday. Just go in and get your game or two in. Go in there and watch them and see what you like. See if you like it. Come back. But on Sunday, man, it's so cool and chill. Just so cool. You drive around, get your car washed, ride up there, park up there, come hang out a little bit, and be at the Houston Pro-Am. But before Jimmy come back, I wanted to share some stuff with y'all. What did I have in my notes? Four-time NBA All-Star Rasheed Wallace has agreed to a deal to be assistant coach of the Lakers under Darvin Ham. But he was part of the team with he was part of Memphis team last year, and I'm just curious because he couldn't really coach for Memphis last year because he wouldn't get vaccinated. So he couldn't be around the kids. So he had to he had to talk to them via satellite. So to be a coach in the NBA, you got to get vaccinated, dude. So I guess he's going to get vaccinated to go to the Lakers. And I don't know if y'all knew that or not. I thought that was kind of weird. By the way, that the internet probably up at them colleges, man, be a little weird about their internet. So, but I do want to shout out the 2023 participants for the U.S. 17 and under national team training camp. Guess what? Wesley Yates is on this list. Let me see, do I know the rest of these guys? Well, I just give you all the guys, but I will talk about Wesley Yates first. Then a young kid named, he said, I forgot how to, he said something about the settings. Jimmy will be back. He said something about his settings. Let me see what he said about his settings. Let me look it up. Let me see, do you need me? I forgot how to set. Oh, just push, okay. Just push the focus button. Focus button. Hold up, y'all. Focus button. He don't know. See, he's on his phone. So if you're on the show, with your phone, if you don't put the do not disturb, let me send him a screenshot on how it looked to hit the focus button. Yeah, he didn't know. Hit that focus button up there, Jimmy. And you'll be great. Yeah, he back. He back now. He talking about Bango. Yeah. I don't know how I know about all of these. I guess I read up so much. But I just want let me give you the name of them kids again. We got Kylan Boswell. What is his name? Garwe Dual. And he got some kind of ties here to Houston. Because I hear Doug and people talking about him a lot. And Gary talks about him. Jeremy Fears, Jalen Lewis, Arrington Page, Sean Stewart, Wesley Yates again, Robert Dillingham, Dennis Evans, Ron Holland from Duncanville, Justin McBride, Jalen Stewart, and DJ Wagner from New York. That's Milt Wagner's grandson, DeJuan Wagner's son. Paul Dual. Okay. Paul Dual. Jimmy, who is Paul Dual? Did he spend some time? Did he have a cup of coffee here in Houston at some point?
Yeah. He went to middle school. He went to middle school in Fort Bend ISD, and they made it to the championship of our middle school city championships.
Okay.
The 8th grade. He was on the same middle school team with Tyler Smith.
Oh, okay.
If those two guys were still at Bush High School.
Right.
Think about it.
Right.
They left Bush.
Yeah. Right. Dang.
And Tyler is a professional now with Overtime Elite, and we used to call him Paul Dual back then. His real name was Galway, and his parents moved from Fort Bend to Indiana, and now the rest is history.
Okay.
One of those. I don't know the reason why they moved, but I knew he was going to leave Bush. I thought he was going to Thurgood Marshall. That was the rumor, but but the thing is, he's grown about 3 inches.
That'll help.
Since leaving, and that helps anybody. This young man, and now he has a his life has changed.
Okay.
His life has changed.
I got something for you too, Jimmy. Because Thad Moody gonna go crazy if you don't mention these guys. You ain't had a chance to see nobody play yet.
Now I see him play this afternoon.
Okay, but make sure you talk about these guys for him for Thaddeus Moody tomorrow. Because he done put them up there. He wants you to know about his guy. Could you help him? Let me screenshot that, Jimmy, so you can have that for Thaddeus Moody. Because he wants you to know.
Yeah, JJ Taylor.
Okay.
And I'm going to see him today, and of course, Jeremy Fears. I heard he played well last night. He's committed to Michigan State. Dan Amos, I get to see him today. The young boys. I can't wait to see James Brown as well, and as well as I'm gonna check.
Big ones. They big.
Oh, I mean that's absolutely, man. It's a lot of talent out here. A lot of tall guys. For example, I'm going through the count, and on tomorrow's show, I'm gonna skip in twice for about 5 minutes each, and give you updates because the games will be actually taking place. So right at the beginning,
you did that last year,
come in and and Alan Branch will be right there. We'll have some stats from you from the first set of games, and we'll
Yeah.
give you guys. I'll probably come in at halftime. I just gotta look and see how it goes.
Right.
But I'm gonna come twice,
Okay.
and I'm looking at the roster, right? To put this stuff in perspective, there's approximately 120 players here,
Okay.
right? According to the heights that are listed on the official roster,
Mm-hmm.
out of 120 some odd players,
Mm-hmm.
between the ninth, 10th, and the 11th, the of course rising sophomores, rising juniors, and rising seniors.
Okay.
How many of those you think are under 6 feet tall? Just
Out of
give me a round
120,
out of 100.
I'll say 5.
How about 2?
I didn't want to do my little fellas like that, Jimmy. That's why I
2.
went to 5.
There are 2.
They got
One,
to be some bad mama jammers.
and one of them is Tahad Pettifoot. He's from out of New Jersey, right? I mean, he's a young cat, and I've heard some good things about him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a rising junior, and for him to get here as a rising junior, and he's
He's a
5
killer.
foot.
You got to be a
And
killer
then
at that size. Yeah.
the other young man is David Trey Green. He plays for Link Academy, so
Okay.
the point guard, one of the guards at Link Academy.
Okay.
He's listed 5'10". That's it.
Dang.
And NBA personnel
Are
is
there?
permitted to
Yeah.
evaluate camp in person,
Okay.
not the college coaches, but the NBA personnel is.
Yeah.
So several of those teams, will be represented. At least half of them.
Okay.
I guys a better number once I get in the building this afternoon. And we're talking
What
about
time
playing.
you get in the building this afternoon?
They start playing. Well, you got to realize we're on a different time zone.
Yeah.
But if we're thinking on Vegas time, they start playing at 3:00.
Okay.
Today.
Okay.
So right now in Vegas it's what creep 11 something,
It's
creeping up
11.
on
So we're
12.
2 hours behind us. Yeah.
3:00.
5 o'clock our time.
They start the games. They have 2 sets of games where each team will play once this afternoon. Then they'll go eat lunch, dinner, so to speak,
Right.
and then they will play again
Mm-hmm.
this evening, one game.
So
So
all
each
the
team,
teams, everybody gonna be in everybody, all 120 guys gonna play on one night? Are they space it out?
you have 3 courts,
Oh, they got 3 court. Okay.
3 courts. So you have, remember, that's 12 teams total. So
Okay.
6 teams play first hour, then
Okay.
the other 6 play
Okay.
right.
So everybody do play. Okay.
Then
Tonight.
you go dinner, then you come back
Mm-hmm.
and you play 6 teams will play.
Mm-hmm.
2 on each court times 3 courts,
Gotcha.
and then they'll put another 6 to play.
I got you.
So everybody plays twice today. Now,
Okay.
last night everybody only played once.
One. Okay.
So today is pivotal for those. After today's session, certain players will have separated themselves and put themselves in position for the All-Star games. You trust me. Let me take out the time to kind of educate you guys. In camps such as this, right? Shout out Ray Moore. What's going on?
Uh-huh.
Normally, the vast majority of people that attends elite camps,
Mm-hmm.
invite only camps, the vast majority is going to do good, right?
Mm-hmm.
The vast majority, that's 80%, is going to do good. So you ask them, hey, how your kid doing? Oh man, he did good. Well, we know everybody that comes here, pretty much 90% are supposed to be good. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got an
That's the
invite.
price of admission. Okay.
That's par.
Yeah.
So that's like in a golf tournament, if
Yeah.
all of the golf shoot par,
Yeah.
that doesn't really move
That
the
ain't gonna
needle.
win you no money.
You're looking for 10 under.
Under. Right.
You'll notice them, and you know what you're gonna notice? You're gonna notice the guy who shot 10 to 20 over. You'll notice him.
You're gonna notice the guy that stank.
You're gonna notice the guy that stink, and
Mhm.
you're gonna know the guy that's
Ball.
magna cum laude of the camp. Those are the 10% of the bottom and the 10% of the top. The other 80% is gonna always do good. Trust me, it never fails. How did he do? I mean, he did good. That's why be careful how you utilize that word, because good lets me know that if he did great, you would have said he was killing.
Okay. I'm with
And so that's the thing we look at on this right here. So when I'm going in there, it's impossible. Remember, there are 3 games going on at the same time. For any individual to tell you to walk away from a camp such as this and tell you that he can give you a fair assessment of all the campers while they're playing, that's not true. It's just not. It's because while you're watching and beamed in on court 1, there's a kid that might have got ripped and might have took 2 charges and just getting after it on court 3. How are you going to know? So that means you got to,
you.
when we hear people give their evaluations from this type of stuff, be careful.
Good point. That's a
Be
good point.
careful.
Okay.
You take it with a grain of salt and you just keep rolling with it. Or you mix some up and you ask guys, when you talk, if you're fortunate enough to talk to any evaluator, you ask them specifically which game did you see. Not did you see the kid. You ask him which game did you see, then you ask him did he pay attention to the kid. 2 different things. See how I worded that?
Mm.
That right? That is Moody. You asked me, did I pay attention to JJ when we come back tomorrow? Because I could be watching the game and I'm talking to this guy and that guy and Reggie Rankin on this arm and Dane Irvin on this arm, and you got Speedy over here talking behind me. They all talking about we rap. So did you pay attention? That's the thing. And everybody is coming here. Mind you, my first line of duty and responsibility coming from is representing and paying attention to the vast majority, all of the Texas-based players that will be here. That's first line of duty. Second line of duty, there are some players that's on the bubble that we are possibly can invite to give one of the last 5 or 6 invites to NBPA Top 100 camp. So this right here, when you walk in the building with this shirt right here on in this place right here, that holds weight. Because people know a lot of everybody here don't have an invite and they can play their way in. And so I'm here to be firsthand to show support for our Texas-based players and Louisiana, the Arklatex, all up in there. Because nowadays these guys play on all different parlay their talents on
Who is
different
the
summers.
Louisiana kid that's up there?
Chris Lockett.
Oh, Lockett. I remember that name. Okay.
And Lockett did well last night, from what I understand.
Did he
had
do
double.
good? Oh, he was kidding. I had to.
What did I say? I said well.
I got you. That's just
Well,
good.
well is better than good.
Oh, well is better than good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well is better than good.
I like
Remember, because good is used too loosely.
Oh, okay.
Good is
80% of the people gonna do good, you said.
He did well last night.
Okay. Okay.
I can look through the stat sheet and you can read and tell and feel that like Chris Lockett. Now the thing is, here's a trick. Like a guy like me, like I'm gonna hold this stat sheet up to you, right? And so this is the stat sheet from Lockett's game, right? So Hal, there you go, right there.
Oh, he's 6. When I see that 10 of 6 and 2 of 4, I'm good. That means he was efficient.
And then that's the point totals in that category right there. And now here's the deal. See that team at the bottom where Chris Lockett is on? Here's the thing now. I'm gonna give it to you both ways.
Oh, there go Kiddo. Hold on. Kiddo dude Downs out there. I didn't know that. Move that over.
Look at his number.
Yes. Yes. Now I can talk stuff. Now that's Houston, Texas.
Dawes had 20 punts last night the most of any player from Texas. And like I say, that those numbers, not just 20. He was 2 for 3 from 3-point land. He
Mm-hmm.
grabbed 6 rebounds. He had no turnovers in 27 minutes. And of course, his team lost by 3 points, which was a very competitive game. It was a 2-point game at halftime, and they ended up losing 90-87. So Keanu Dawes definitely helped himself.
I like
Now,
that
now you have to back that up. You
today.
have to back. You got 2 opportunities.
Jimmy,
Consistency is
Jimmy,
hard.
you know why I'm pulling for him, right? Because you remember when I first saw him, I said, "Wow." So now he playing like I thought he can play. So
Well, this is where you do that at for a
absolutely,
kid like him.
absolutely,
This is where you do that at, because now you make your statement.
gotcha.
And thing about it though, Hal, one thing about it,
Mhm.
consistency, I can't stress that enough. A kid can go and hit 20 today and come back and hit. And he can be the Al Horford.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. Yeah, we got to talk about that. Save me some time. No, we can talk about that, but keep going.
And
And
the
Marcus
thing is,
Smart, he
and
scored
he
2.
could be the. I mean, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So what happens is, be careful for how quickly you beat the drum for some of these kids after one doggone performance, because they each have at least 3 more games left. I'm telling you, you can play your way in or you can play your way out. For example, Heather, one of your favorite players.
Okay.
I got a stat line for you. Very deceiving. And the thing is, I want you to look at I wrote a note
Okay.
on this sheet.
Let me see.
And the note, that's why you paired this to Chris Johnson played last night
Okay.
from Elk. He's
Okay.
going over the month.
Mhm.
Chris played opposite Mikey Williams, right?
Did you say Michael Williams is my favorite player?
Yeah, your favorite
You
player.
got to be out your mind, but keep going.
So here's the stat. Check this out, guys.
Okay.
Let me get this.
Yeah, get it center. Okay. Go over a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. What Michael Williams? Okay. Mike, oh my God, he shot all the damn ball.
There you go. You see, I got it right there
Oh,
at
I
the
don't want to
bottom.
play on his team.
Okay. And Chris Johnson's on the other team up top.
What Chris Johnson? What my baby? What Chris
His
at?
name is underlined.
I
I
got you.
have it.
Chris was 4 of 10. 1 of 5. Damn, Chris. I wasn't efficient, Chris. Got to do better, baby. Yeah. But this dude down here was just as worse as you were.
Well, here's the thing. So I'm gonna give you guys. Okay. Read the part where I wrote right here. Can you see that?
What,
It said
6 players. What's the what's that? 6 players. MG. What's that? I know the MPG. What's that one before
6.
MBG? Jim, you and that ugly ass right. What
No,
that mean?
that's good. I wrote it on the chalkboard when I was a little boy.
I know, but what's the M? What did it look like? MAE?
More.
Huh?
That's more.
Oh,
I'm writing on
more.
the
Okay,
so the plane.
okay,
I'm writing
more.
on
6 players equal
That's
more. Go a
6
little bit. Okay. High
There's more.
deceivable stats. I got you.
So let's count over here again. This is why sometimes people, man, what he did, man, he scored this. Well, this team only had 6 players to participate last night. They initially have 10 on their roster. Only 6 of them played last night. Maybe some people might have came in late. Some people they just might have been a team. I'm gonna find out today. Because here's what happens. It's deceptive, very deceptive. If you got 6 players, Hatter, know what that means? That means the minutes are going to be proportionately favorable for every player on that team. They're going to get more minutes. While the other team they're playing against may have 10 players on the team, and they have to sub 5 ins, 5 out. They're not going to play as many minutes. So more minutes means more shot attempts, more opportunity to get favorable stats on paper. But I'm the type of guy, I noticed this. So that means for Mikey Williams to have 18 points
Uh-huh.
and 8 assists,
Uh-huh.
But yeah, he played all 40 minutes.
So why? Well, his team was short.
Chris Johnson, look at Chris
Well,
Johnson played 21 minutes. Yes, team was short. They only
okay,
had 6 players.
I
They only
got
had 6. Chris
you. Okay.
Johnson played 21 minutes. He had 9 punts. 21
Who won
in
that game? Who won that game?
Chris Johnson's team won by 35
Of
punts.
course, when you got a dude going
Let's go
20.
back up here. Look at that score.
Oh my God! But dude, Mikey Williams blew the game. Don't you ever call him my favorite player? You know he my least favorite player.
Look down here at the end on Mikey.
Okay, at the end,
As you
go
come
keep going.
Oh, look
40
at that
minutes.
category.
I see
Look at
40.
that category.
8 turnovers, Jimmy.
Bingo.
Jimmy, that'll get you beat. That'll get you beat.
By 35.
Yes.
You see, so what happens is, think about some people gonna go and say, man, Mike had 18 and 8 last night. Yeah, 18, 8, and 8 and a 35-point loss. See, that means you got to tell it all. That's one thing about stat sheets. I can read through some of them. Some of them you can't because it's hard. I can read through some stat sheets.
Man,
And that's not
who this dude? You didn't see that game, did you?
No,
Yeah,
I would
right,
never
you
let.
Okay.
But I can tell you what happened. I can easily tell you how.
But
Easy.
Jimmy, I had to see Jimmy, you know who I wanted to see? The coaches and the other players on the damn team. That's what I wanted to do.
And you know, this team also supposed to have Mercy Miller on Mikey Williams' team.
Where he at?
So I'm gonna find out today. He didn't play last night, and I'm not sure if he's what's the reason, but it's more than just him that did not play. But the team that Keanu Dawes is on, Jalen Lowe was assigned to that team. Jalen Lowe also on that team is Trey Johnson. He didn't play last night. Justin McBride, he had 11 points in that win. Chris Lockett, by the way, had 14 points
What did
last night.
Jalen Lowe do?
Jalen Lowe did not make the trip. He was on the injured list, suffered a leg injury just days ago.
Man,
And
somebody told me Mercy Miller at the Drew League. Somebody just texted me and said Mercy Miller at the Drew League ball. Keep going, Jimmy. Jimmy, they said Mercy Miller at the Drew League balling, man. Somebody just text me, man.
I'm looking at some of the messages right now, and Randy Livingston says we talked about Mikey Williams. It doesn't affect winning. Remember, he came to Houston last year during Memorial Day weekend, and after one game, basically got hurt in the second game, that so they say, and didn't play anymore. But the entire time Mikey Williams was here, I don't think he made a field goal in those 2 games. And I watched him with the overtime elite when they played during Martin Luther King weekend. I went to Atlanta and I watched him up there. He pulled out, didn't even play. He didn't even play after putting the people through a whole lot of, let me tell you
That's
guys
why
something.
he played in another game, though. Across the time, played in another game, though.
He had them going through all of the protocols.
Yeah.
Every morning you have to come in at the time, that was protocol.
Right.
To go and get to even go into the building. And he was like, no, you got to come and give me my COVID test at the hotel next door. And know what they did? They did it. And he still didn't play. They went and took the COVID test next door to the Embassy Suites and administered his COVID test in the hotel.
Wow.
Because he didn't want to come and do it like everybody else. And when you do stuff like that, what happens is you make people's job harder. Whenever you make somebody's job more difficult, then you set yourself up for scrutiny. They're not going to embrace you. It's kind of like we said all the time. You just think about Barry Bonds when he was playing for the Giants and during the historic run. Guess what? He made the media's job hard. And in doing so, guess what? Kyrie Irving, he made the media's job hard, difficult.
Everybody hard.
They have deadlines to meet. So if you making it hard for me to get my
That
scoop,
don't mean the media is right. It's just that I mean for doing that because that two wrongs don't make no right. But I mean it happens because I don't protect the media. You know I don't care.
yeah,
But I'm just thinking about the little Mikey guy. All these people been grown ass people been kissing this boy's behind for years, and I never bought the Kool-Aid. That's why you so sarcastically said something about my Hatter's favorite player. I never, ever, ever bought it. When I saw him play, I said, "What are y'all talking about?" I said, "What are the hype?" But guess what? I told you somebody, Robbie, he got $2 million, 2 million followers. I said, so what? How does that free me? How does that free him? Them them 2 million followers can't free his ass, Jimmy. From this, hey Jimmy, from that shit you just put up on the board. Them followers can't free him from that. That's gonna follow him. Jimmy, what y'all said about data? What Chris them be bragging about how data, that data right there. Wait a minute. You say it's 120 people there. What you do there matters. Didn't you just say that in the beginning?
oh yeah.
Okay, say no more. Y'all can have y'all. And hey, Mikey might be the sweet. I don't know how sweet a little boy is, but as a basketball and the way y'all done hyped him, the people done hyped him. No, man, no. Y'all need to cut that out. Let the boy. I keep saying, let him do something. My favorite thing is, what have he done? What has he done? Nothing. But keep going, Jim.
I mean, it's with me. Okay. Here's the thing: the people have found a way, and rightfully so. Bronny James, remember 2, 3 years ago, they had him up in the top quad of the rankings of the list. He was in the 20s. Well, he's dropped down and settled down to in his range. He's around the 50s, 60s, which still might be a little bit too high.
Too high.
But if you're evaluating him now, if you're evaluating him,
Uh-huh.
his productivity is not always because he's so unselfish. But if
Right.
you're evaluating him,
Uh-huh.
he's very assertive and he's very athletically gifted.
I haven't evaluated him, so I can't even say nothing.
Yeah, but if you
I
look at
don't
the
even
box,
watch him play.
other kid, this kid, Mikey,
Mhm.
where he differentiates is
Mhm.
he plays a selfish brand of basketball.
And Bronny plays very
And
unselfish.
who's a
Right.
guy who played NBA, who just said a while ago, and in the Boom Boom Room in the Facebook feed, it doesn't affect winning. In other words, he is more prone to get a coach fired than a pay raise. It's going to be
Absolutely.
high
Absolutely.
right now. Right now, he'll have to change.
No, Jim. No, Jim. He might tell them, hey man, I ain't going to class today. Tell the teacher to come to teacher got to come to my dorm today. The whole class got to come to my dorm. I ain't coming to class today, Jim.
Well,
Jimmy, the kid gonna think he can say that.
I mean, you know what? It's the society that we live in right now, and the thing is, you got to realize the connection is. Remember, he was based in San Diego, so Dino's and his crew had connections,
Yeah.
and they used their influence to get him to come. I was surprised and shocked that he showed up, but he did,
Why were you
and
surprised he showed up?
because
Jimmy, he trying to prove he a basketball player and he not. Why wouldn't he show
okay,
up? But he shouldn't have.
this
But a good thing he should have kept stayed
okay,
away.
you went to overtime elite, and you saw Bryce Griggs on the other side of that thing. You didn't want to play.
Yeah.
You didn't want to play.
Right. Well, he know he
And
right.
I'm just saying. So that
Yeah.
means now I'm surprised because you know it's like some gamblers when you up, you cash on out.
Right.
And I'm thinking he would be one
You
of those
think
guys.
he was? Matter of fact, don't get overexposed. Just stay away. Cause Jimmy, that's what he should have did. Right.
And that's the
Right.
thing. And my thing is because his name is still in the top quad of many people's list, and I'm like,
Thank God I don't have no list.
and I'm like based on which what particular event did you see him make winning plays? He's a guard. He's a point. He's a combo. When does he make the winning plays?
Jimmy,
He-
I've been saying this since day one, man. Since day one. People were looking at me like I'm crazy. But Robert, he got 2 million followers. I said, okay, and Jimmy, I always say, and nothing against the little boy. But I was talking about basketball the whole time. Y'all know I've been consistent with this. It ain't that I just, every time I watch him play, my fault is, every time I watch him play, he just don't do nothing. He just be playing to the crowd. Then they got them little girls on the sideline. Mikey, 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 Mikey. Mikey, 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 Mikey.
That mean
Put
that
him up
might be
Huh?
over. That mean, it might be a block party over at Bishop Gorman High School this evening.
Hey, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It might be a block party. And speaking of block party, last night you mentioned you want to talk about this Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics game from last night. Al Horford and Marcus Smart combined for every bit of 4 points in that loss. 4 points. And I think Horford had, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't even take a shot in the first half. He didn't even think about it. You just came off a career high. And you don't even take a shot in the whole first half of the game.
I'm listening. What about that little text we on? Jimmy, what about that text? We ain't gonna call his name out. He called running his mouth one game. And I keep telling y'all, don't be getting excited about the first game ever. And these dudes come and lay an egg the next game, Jimmy. A flat out egg. Jimmy, hold up, Jimmy. Jimmy, I was waiting on the fourth quarter. Jimmy. I thought Boston would finna come. Come on, Boston. Come on, coach. Y'all got to realize. Jimmy, I'm gonna tell you, I'm finna go on record. I'm finna go on. And don't y'all tell nobody this. I want Boston to win. Because I want Damon to win. Steph got rings. But I'm still torn. I just want, Jimmy, what's your favorite word? I just wanted to go 7.
I'm rooting for game 7. I'm rooting for each visiting team to win once on the road. That way to get game 7. If that happens, we guaranteed game 7. If each visiting team can win at least once on the road, we're pretty much guaranteed a game 7. And
But what did you think about it, Jimmy? What was you thinking about?
I mean, on which part?
When they was getting their head tore off. I know you. Wait a minute. I got a question. Did you think? Hold up. I went to an event the other day, and right before the game, right? And the guys were just standing. They wanted to hear Jimmy. You know, they wanted to hear what the chop shop said about the game yesterday, right? So Jimmy, I had guys. They surrounded me, Jimmy. I looked them all in the eye and said, "Let me tell you something. Boston gonna get their freaking head tore clean off." I said, I cursed. Boston gonna get their head tore off tonight. I'm just telling. All of them text me back, say, how you know? Dude, one game that's in these series, I've seen these things flip-flop. Now, Jimmy, this next game gonna tell a lot about both teams. This next game is a key game. Key game. But Jimmy, when I was thinking about them, though, I was looking, I made some notes about the end. You know, I'm not surprised it was 1-1, you know, how we got here. But Jimmy, think about this, Jimmy. That game last night was similar through 3 quarters, Jimmy, as the last game. For the second time in a row, Jimmy, it was a 2-point halftime lead. It was a little different the way they got there, but you still had a 2-point lead at halftime. And yet again, the Warriors dominate the third quarter. Can anybody explain that to me?
Well, from what I understand, they've been doing that. That's been the Warriors' niche is the third quarter. That third quarter against pretty much everybody is to watch out for them dudes in the third quarter. They're coming in that third quarter with a punch.
But you know they
And
coming, and
so
why can it happen, Jimmy?
Steph Curry had like 14 in that third quarter. Once Steph gets to rocking, it's almost like I
Ain't
said
nothing
before.
about it. Okay.
His 3-pointers at home
You said that.
is the equivalent of a Zion Williamson dunk in Cameron Indoor Stadium.
Mm.
Anybody else can dunk, it don't have the same. But if Zion dunks,
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole different type of screaming. The cheering comes from a different space.
But Jimmy, if you know it's coming, if you know somebody finna break in your house, ain't you gonna lock your doors a little extra? Ain't you gonna get that tone? Ain't you gonna get that heat out on them? Ain't you gonna get that heater ready for them the next time?
I mean, that's the whole thing. We're talking about the NBA, yeah. These are pros. If somebody gets on,
ain't nothing you can
it's
stop.
hard to get them off.
Yeah, especially
It
that one.
ain't for some people.
Especially that one. That guy.
And the only way you can stop them is be self-inflicted, as though, don't get it twisted. Horford, I mentioned earlier, did not take a single shot in the first half. Okay. That's attributed partially to the Golden State Warriors and their scout and their adjustments that they make. But at the same time, for you not to even get in position to take a shot. I didn't say the first quarter, the first half.
Right.
That means you basically took yourself out of the mix. And then Marcus Smart, he once again, think about it like this. Golden State, basically, they made adjustments. They made the right adjustments. And then meanwhile, you got the young fella who didn't step up in game one off the bench.
Right.
He stepped up in this game. He only finished with 17, but it felt like 30.
Okay. Right.
I'm just saying.
Right.
And that's big. You have still.
Oh, Spool had 8. What Spool had? I thought he had a little bit more. Okay.
He had 17.
Oh, Wiggins had 20. Wiggins quietly had a nice little twinkie there, Jim.
No, Wiggins had 11, didn't he?
Oh, wait a minute. I must saw it wrong then. You know I'm going to it right now.
Yeah. Wiggins didn't meet his quota, and neither did Klay. I'm worried about Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, dude. Remember, I said Klay is going to have one game. I said it before the series started. He's going to have one game, and he's going to just explode.
What game? Series. When?
They have at least understand. Haller, what you have right now is basically a best of 5 series. Go with Boston having home court advantage. It was a best of 7 at the beginning of the week, a couple of days ago.
Jimmy, home court advantage. Boston lost 2 games to Milwaukee, so home court advantage don't mean nothing to them. They lost 2 games in Milwaukee. In Boston.
Also, Boston is like 8 or 9-3 on the road.
Yeah.
This playoffs.
Yeah. So they got them one. So what if they go lose these 2?
But that's the whole thing. Once again, objective. They can stand to lose 1. They can't lose 2 at home. They can lose 1. Because they lose 1, then that means game 7. The home court advantage returns back to Golden State.
Jim,
and
did you see how
anything can happen in game 7?
Did you see how they put Iggy on that bench, man? They took his uniform off, Jimmy. They put him back in street clothes. Set your non-playing ass down somewhere.
Yeah. You got
Jimmy, they didn't have to deactivate the man. Jimmy, they made sure we don't get in the game.
Yeah, we need you to be a coach, man. That's what you need to do. Sit on down and do your thing. And do your thing over there.
But Jimmy, what about them dudes letting Draymond Green get under the skin?
But that's part of, understand, you got experience versus inexperience. And Draymond is experienced and embraced that role. And then a guy like Draymond is playing with, you got to realize, he got a tech last night.
Yeah.
But once he got that tech, The referee let him do whatever he want to do once he got the tech. Because you know why? He knows that they're not going to throw him out of the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Unless he kicks somebody. What, they about to put you out?
Now I'm looking at the what they call them, the Jakes.
Oh, they walking by. Oh,
The
okay.
Jake, look. Let me
I
give you.
see all of them out there. Wow.
Let me see. You see him?
Yeah, I see him.
Let me get you up in there. Look behind me. They breaking.
I see him out there, over there to the right, all the red shirt. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Khakis.
Oh, they coming
Khakis
down.
everywhere.
Oh, they was up in the arena. You down there in the coach's
Yeah.
office.
Dude, no, it's like 15,000 people at
Wow.
this convention, State Farm conference or whatnot.
So where you
Like
going when you leave
15,000.
there? Where you going when you leave there?
Well, leave here. I gotta go and get my whip, and then I'm gonna go and eat
Oh, you
lunch,
ain't
and
got
then
your
go
car
check
yet?
with. No, I came straight here first because the
Oh, okay.
parking, this convention here with the smart move,
Right.
which I thought about it. If I'd have got the car first, then it would have been nowhere to park here.
Jimmy, Uber might have been cheaper than renting a car. Unless you got a Uber might
I
have been cheaper than
I
renting a car.
You know what? Probably, but I didn't know what all my moves was gonna be, so I just said I get the car, and I
Especially
got the
staying at a
Turo.
hotel
I did
because you got where you got to park the car. At the hotel.
well. It depend on which it depend on which place I stay at.
Oh, okay. I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So it depends on which place I stay at. But I got the Turo. I did the Turo app. I didn't go to rental car.
Oh, okay. And Jake from State Farm, you know his real name is Keith. His name ain't Jake. His real name Keith.
No,
Because people talk about
say
Jake from State Farm is
I
getting
know.
ready for hurricane season. They better be.
Hey, before we get ready to land the plane, did you see? Remember I told you guys, if you hadn't watched any of that girls softball, Oklahoma is still killing.
I haven't.
Dude,
I
they
ain't
got a
watched a
girl on the
second.
team. Dude. They played University of Texas, and Texas has won their way in the semifinals. The semifinals is Oklahoma. They play UCLA. Then on the other semifinals, Texas playing Oklahoma State. So 3 teams from the Big 12 is in the Final Four for women's softball. Oklahoma and Texas played the other day. Texas went out first. Oklahoma, I mean, just leaned on them. In Oklahoma, then Texas turned around and beat Florida, I think, last night, uh, uh, and then advanced in this Final Four. It's some good action. Good action.
So
I'm telling
Texas women are in the softball championship and the men are in the
you.
baseball championship?
Baseball.
Wow.
But the baseball isn't at this round yet. They're still in the regionals.
But I mean they still
Right?
still in the thing. Yeah. Texas
Yeah.
still in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, UT, both UT. We gotta realize the thing about Texas is only like the women's softball team this year. They're only like the second women's softball team in history to make the Final Four and be unranked. They were unranked going into the World
Oh,
Series.
Texas. Oh, okay. Okay.
They were good, but they're unranked. They're gelling, and they got it. Guess what? One thing about Texas, if you haven't seen them, I watched them the other day. They have about 5
Jimmy,
sisters on that
UCLA
field.
just beat OU.
So I mean, they got to beat them again. They got to play back to back. If they just beat them, they
Yeah.
got to play back to.
30
Got to
minutes.
beat them twice.
They're gonna play in 30
So
minutes.
they got to beat them back to back, and then UT and Oklahoma State. The same thing will happen this evening. UT has to beat Oklahoma State twice. If UT wins this evening, then they have to turn around and play right back again. If Oklahoma State wins, they're good to go. They're waiting on.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad
So
you brought the girls up. I'm glad you brought the girls up.
It's some good stuff. Hold on. She said the Barbers Hill got a freshman. Marissa got a freshman holder down on the mound. For which team?
For which team?
Which team, Marissa, is the freshman? So we know to pay attention to her.
Marissa, I told you about that incomplete information. Oh, at UT. Hey.
Okay. I tell you, UT has about 5 sisters on the field, which is for at this round, at this level, that's rare.
How you
So
know
it's
it's
like
a sister?
I watched them play sisters, not sisters, siblings, mean
That's what I'm
black
talking
girls.
about. Oh, yeah, Sophia. Sophia could be any color.
You're right. Sophia could be. I'm just talking about.
But Simpson,
it-
though, Simpson tend to say, okay, I got you.
Part. I don't know. Hell, shit. That's the thing on that.
See, now I'm going to watch him. I'm going to watch him now. I'm going to look for Sophia. And she on the mound. She on the mound. But she might not be on the mound tonight. See that?
No. You know what? In softball, they normally have the rotation. They normally like with 2 to 3 pitchers in women's softball.
Oh, okay.
They don't have like a rotation like men. That same girl can get back on that mound and go at it all the time.
Oh,
And
okay.
Yeah.
So she don't get 5 days, 6 days rest.
Say
What?
no. I'm looking at Marissa said this ball was here. You know this ain't no sister. Hell, the basketball girl that played with the Duke or whatever, she was a sister. I didn't know Simpson.
That's why I questioned it a little bit out there. Man, y'all
Barbers, they might have started getting down with the swirl down there.
What's the schedule like Wednesday, Jimmy?
On what?
This Wednesday there. What's the schedule there Wednesday for you?
For Pangos?
Yeah.
No, Pangos ends on Tuesday evening.
Oh, so I'm just trying to. I'll call you and tell you why I asked. I'll call and tell you why I'm at.
Tuesday it ends. It's done on tomorrow.
Okay. So you flying out on Wednesday or Tuesday? That's all. I'm just trying to figure out.
I'm gonna try to scat up out of here. I'm gonna try to get out of here.
Because Wednesday
on tomorrow.
Yeah, Wednesday. I want you to handle the show. I'm gonna be coming from a remote. On Wednesday. I'm gonna be remote on Wednesday, so it's gonna be rough on the boy. But we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it. Charlie was a move in. She said Charlie was a move in.
That means they recruited her. They recruited her.
Oh, okay. Thank you for Marissa. Thank you so much. Because I was wondering. All right. Okay. I'm good now. So Jimmy, what else you got, man? Before we get out of here.
Yeah, man. That's pretty much it. We're gonna get ready to land this plane. I'm gonna get ready to go and get me some. I'm going over to get me some. Going to see my gumbo spot out.
Terrible ass spot you be having. Hey, but 4 seats at the thing. You got to wait in line. You got all that. Y'all hope they have you waiting in line for 2 hours.
They got 18 seats. I count them. 18 seats.
Hey, man, go out there and check out. See Bruno Mars and them out there.
Hey, look at my people. What they gave me.
What they gave?
Oh, here, go right in.
What they give you, man? They gave you a little snack?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm like, you in there be all right, man. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
You in there be all right, man. All right. Well, we out of here.
I done got my allotment of fruit. But anyway, y'all, make sure y'all share the show.
Share the show.
On the way out the door. Also, I want to give a shout out to the Astros for doing the right thing and signing and locking. That's a big signing, man. Getting this dude locked in for only that amount.
They got
like 115 million for 6 years.
That was a good lick. That was a nice.
That means he wants to be here. He ain't going nowhere for 6 years. That's an awesome catch for the Astros. And the Astros, who are now like 8.5, 9 games up on the Angels. The Los Angeles Angels lost 11 games in a row. 11 straight.
I just hope they don't cheat him out of his money. No, I'm just kidding. I'm messing.
How can they do that?
I don't know, Jim. I'm just the Astro. How did they use them cans? I didn't know they were gonna use cans. So yeah. Astros are very creative now. You know that. Jimmy, don't show that ceiling up there. That ceiling is a little nasty up there. Don't show that. They need to clean that damn ceiling up. Don't show that up there. That's a little, it got a little fungus among us.
No, it's just look. It's just
There's a
dingy.
little
That's
dingy
the
up
light.
there, man.
No, that's the lighting. That's the lighting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It shifted. They all the same. It just, yeah, they all right though, man. UNLV, man, want thanks again to the staff for letting us come in and
Shout out to
occupy
them,
the
man.
space on
Yeah.
this Monday.
They all right.
Now it's time for me to go and get myself together to go watch and support a lot of the kids at the Pangos camp and evaluate a few of them and hobnob with a lot of the NBA brass that are in town as well. We'll be right back at you on tomorrow and give you guys some updates because the games will actually be taking place right on top of the Chop Shop. I mean,
That's
that
good.
they're 12 o'clock Central Time is 10 o'clock West Coast time in Vegas time, and they will actually start the first game
At 10.
at that time.
Okay.
So I need to be able to properly evaluate
Yeah.
some of these players because
Yeah,
I
you're
missed last night. So
Yeah.
I got to make up. And actually, that way now,
But you're
we
going to
don't
hit
have no
tonight,
crazy
though, right?
stuff.
You're going to hit tonight, right?
I'm gonna hit tonight. Yeah, I got to. That's why I
Okay,
can't.
hit tonight.
Now, this is
Okay.
the first. I told the staff, and really think about it. Let you know. I guess maybe I'm getting old, and maybe I'm getting wiser. But this will be the first time that I ever came to Las Vegas with a carry-on, and that's it. I had to go to baggage claim.
So you ain't
I had no
planning on
ticket.
being that long. That's all.
And also, this is the first time I ever came to Vegas and didn't have no long pants.
So you just
No
you're
long
going to
pants.
work. You're just going to work. You ain't trying to go.
I came
Yeah,
straight.
you will
I
go.
came
Hey,
straight to work.
but you know, I take you by my spot over there. You can go by my spot. You just tell them, hey, I need some pants. Just tell them and put it on my bill.
They'll give me
Like,
some britches. I'll get some
tell
britches
them you
over
need
there.
some britches. They'll take care of you over there.
But anyway, guys, we gonna get up out of here. Make sure you share the show on your way out the door, guys. We thank you guys so much for keeping the Chop Shop lit on this Monday. We're right back out outside to Gary. Gary came through
Thank
for
you, Gary.
Sandra and this past weekend, and they were, as our brother was doing one of the exhibits at the Tattoo Festival they had at the Reliant or the NRG or the Reliant this past weekend, and Gary came through with the T-shirts last minute. I didn't think he was gonna be able to pull that rabbit out of his hat. He did it.
He
Less
bad
than
man.
24 hours.
He bad
They
man.
had the shirts. And they were suited and booted and everything. So shout out, guys. If you need shirts or embroidery and whatnot, you make sure you reach out to Gary
Carter.
and he can hook you up.
Eyes
So
Media. Yeah.
do that and give him
Well,
a follow as
I ain't
well.
know he doing 24-hour turn on. Hey y'all, but hey, everybody don't do him like that now. So don't do him like that. Don't try to make him turn it around 20. Give him a little time. But if it's an emergency, he'll be able to make it happen. All right.
Sandra say, can you call Gary? I said, no. Hell no. You call Gary. I ain't gonna call and ask him to do nothing for no 24 hours. Sandra calling me. Next thing I know, she's asking, can you go pick these shirts up for me? I said, what do you mean? He doing them? They done. So that's the thing. And but anyway, guys, we got to get up out of here. I got to get up out of here myself and get something to eat. We'll see you guys on tomorrow, man. Share that show on your way out the door. Do that right now. Share it. Chop Shop.
We out.
Peace. We about it.
All right.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop.